This is Finn Marlin.
And I'm Gil Goldie Skipper, and you're tuned in to LNLY Radio. Thanks for calling Lonely Whale today. You are currently on hold.
It is a beautiful evening here at the Lonely Whale, where we are ready to receive you. Just while we're all waiting here together, we have a fantastic bit of entertainment lined up for our listeners today. What do we have this evening, Goldie?
Well, Finn, coming up next, we've got an exciting little number from Vodafone Australia. But first, I'd just like to remind all our callers today to please stay muted and keep those screens turned off, as this is an experience for the telephone.
We're all tired of looking at screens, aren't we, Goldie?
Oh, absolutely, Finn. They're just giving me a headache. And while we're all waiting, here's a little piece very near and dear to all our hearts. It's Student Finance England.
Oh, yes. One of the classics here, folks. Dive right in to LNLY Radio.
We're so glad all our listeners are here with us today, aren't we, Finn?
We certainly are, Goldie. There's no place like Whale.
There's no place like Whale, indeed. Just to reiterate to all our new callers joining us right now, this is an experience for the telephone. So if you're joining us from a screen, make sure you turn that brightness all the way down.
You don't even have to look at it.
No, you do not have to look at it because there'll be nothing there, Finn.
Later on this evening, there will be an exciting opportunity for not one, but two wonderful members of our listening family to swim forward and join the whale on a journey.
Exciting stuff, Finn. But first, here's Tesco.
You know something, Goldie?
What?
I heard a lot of that music the last time I was on hold with Tesco following up on my click and collect order.
Oh no, Finn, was there a problem with it?
Yeah, it turns out they couldn't get any of their delivery vans out to me.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised, Finn. After all, we are inside a giant lonely whale floating around in the middle of the ocean.
They said next day delivery guaranteed, Goldie.
Well, that whaley is inefficient. Perhaps we should go with Asda next time.
Oh, love a bit of Asda.
This is Gil Goldie Skipper for LNLY Radio. Are you on hold? Of course you are.
But we're all on hold together, and that's what makes it special. There's no one I'd rather be on hold with than you, Goldie, and all of our lovely listeners swimming alongside us.
Of course, you're always welcome to wait with us on hold here at LNLY Radio. Just now we heard from Asda. Asda, of course, is owned by Walmart, which is, Finn, the world's largest company by revenue.
Ooh. Did you know that Walmart employs over 1.5 million Americans, Goldie?
Astounding figures there, Finn. And did you know that not one of those 1.5 million employees is in a union?
Proving again that there is no ethical consumption in this capitalist hellscape we call reality.
Just to reassure our listeners, we are all in a union here at the Lonely Whale.
We're all united. Maybe the Walmart guys could swim down and join us here at the Lonely Whale?
That's a lovely idea, Finn. And while we're talking about capitalist hellscapes, here's Amazon.
Ah, the happy, melancholic melody of capitalism.
This is LNLY Radio. We're so happy that you're here on hold with us.
I think it's time for us to connect our listeners through to the brain, Goldie.
I think you're right there, Finn. This is our final reminder to all our callers here today to please keep your screens turned off, as this is an experience for the telephone.
Please be patient while we transfer your call. Best fishes.
Good evening, Ardy. This is Kiana calling from The Lonely Whale.
Good evening, Kiana.
Ardy, The Lonely Whale wants you to know that The Lonely Whale is truly sorry for the inconvenience.
Thank you, Kiana. Good evening, Johnny. This is Adi calling from The Lonely Whale.
Good evening, Ardy.
Johnny, The Lonely Whale wants you to know that The Lonely Whale is away from the office and unable to answer any calls.
Thank you, Ardy. Good evening, Carl. This is Johnny calling from The Lonely Whale.
Good evening, Johnny.
Carl, The Lonely Whale wants you to know that it is doing everything it can to help you today.
Thank you, Johnny. Good evening, Alex. This is Carl calling from The Lonely Whale.
Good evening, Carl.
Alex, The Lonely Whale would like you to know that The Lonely Whale is happy to help.
Thank you, Carl. Good evening, Karis. This is Alex calling from The Lonely Whale.
Good evening, Alex.
Karis, The Lonely Whale wants you to know that The Lonely Whale will update you as soon as possible.
Thank you, Alex. Good evening, Joe. This is Karis calling from The Lonely Whale.
Good evening, Karis.
Joe, The Lonely Whale wants you to know that it will need a few minutes to eat the manager.
Thank you, Karis. Good evening, Dan. This is Joe calling from The Lonely Whale.
Good evening, Joe.
Dan, The Lonely Whale wants you to know that The Lonely Whale understands how frustrating this can be.
Thank you, Joe. Good evening, Kiana. This is Dan calling from The Lonely Whale.
Good evening, Dan.
Kiana, The Lonely Whale would like you to know that The Lonely Whale is not a shark.
Thank you, Dan. Could I speak to the whale, please?
Certainly. I'll put you through now.
Now, see, I got a letter in the post from the council. Now, this letter said that I needed to get in contact with them about my council tax because there was some kind of problem and they needed to prove I was eligible. Anyway, so I get onto the phone to Leicester City Council and I go through the options of clicking through, getting to council tax, and I'm put on hold and told by a robot that it's going to be about a 30-minute wait because all their operators are very busy. Yeah, I understand. And then it clicks through and I'm in position number 1. Fantastic result. So I get through to a lady called Margaret. I think her name was Margaret. My girlfriend was kind of nudging me saying her name was Marla. She was a bit quiet. You know, everyone's working from home. I understand. Anyway, so I said, hello, Margaret. I'm here to talk about my council tax. She said, yeah, no worries. I'll just check your details. I'll pop you on hold. She put me on hold. She was back quickly. She came back and said that I needed to contact the council and give them directly my student eligibility letter, proving to them that I was a student. Now, I had already called the council 2 months ago. And in this call, I said to a guy called Michael, can't remember if his name is Michael, anyway, I said to him, hello, I'm here to talk about my council tax. He was like, yeah, you need to submit your girlfriend's evidence to prove that she's eligible for the discount. And then once you've done that, they'll cross-reference your name off on the property, send that over to the university and verify directly. So you do not need to do anything. He specifically told me that I do not need to do anything. I was like, yeah, fantastic. So I sent it all. I was very helpful. I gave him all the information. I gave him my student ID number, my student email, everything like that so they could check it through. And then I tell this to Margaret and she says, no, that's not how the council operates, unfortunately. And I don't understand why I was told 2 different things by the same call centre. These 2 people work in the same call centre. They may not be in the same room, but they work in the same call centre. So anyway, I hang up the phone, I get on the email, I download the PDF from the DMU website, and I download that PDF, but I can't upload that into an email because for some reason my email doesn't like it. So I take a print screen of the PDF, upload that into a Word document, save the Word document, upload the Word document, send the email off, And bam, I slammed my laptop lid shut. My girlfriend asked me why I was so angry. The reason that I was so angry is because there has been nothing to help students. We're all in a situation, yeah, I understand we're all having to adapt to online learning. I get it, but our students have been especially shafted. We've been shafted because we're still having to pay for university courses. We're not able to go into the university. There is no care, no consideration, nothing for students. You know, students have been blamed for the virus all across the country and all across the world. That's unbelievable. I literally can't believe it. I mean, you know those students in Manchester? Those students in Manchester were caged in like fucking animals. They were caged in. The government didn't want them running around. The unions didn't want them running around. I know the students are probably the least people causing the disease to spread. I work in a Tesco back home, and in the Tesco back home, it's the young people that are wearing the masks. It's the young people that are coming in with gloves and sanitising their hands. It's the middle-aged knobheads who are walking around flouting the rules, wearing no mask, and yet the students still get all the blame, like they have done for decades. It fucking annoys me, all right? And I understand that the government doesn't listen to us. It doesn't listen to anything that we have to say. We're just getting blamed and blamed and blamed like we always have done. And I just want to be listened to. Why is no one listening to me? Why is no one listening to me? Why am I not being listened to? I just want to be heard. I want to be understood. I want to be heard. I want to be understood. I want someone to listen to me.
Sir, good evening. This is Gordon from the Lonely Whale. How can I help you today?
Sorry, who are you?
Gordon, sir, from the Lonely Whale. How can I help you today?
Sorry, I didn't realise I was on.
That's all right.
I lost my temper a bit there. Okay. Sorry, where'd you say you're calling from again?
Sir, this is Gordon from the Lonely Whale. How can I help you today?
Oh, well, actually, I'm having a bit of difficulty with my council tax. Would you be able to help?
Council tax?
Yeah.
I'm afraid, sir, there's no one in this department that can help you with that. But I can put you through to my manager. That's the best I can do.
Yeah, if you think they'll be able to help me with my council tax, that would be really helpful, actually.
Okay, sir. Just bear with us. I'll put you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Good evening, sir. This is Charles. How can I help you today?
Hiya. Sorry, I thought you were going to transfer me to your manager.
Yes, sir. This is Charles, the manager. How can I help you today?
Right. I'm pretty sure I just spoke to you before. I thought you said your name was Gordon.
No, sir, this is Charles. I'm here to help you.
Okay, Charles. Well, Gordon somehow managed to get in contact with me and asked me how he could help. And I said I need help with my council tax. And he told me that he was going to pass me on to a manager that knew more about it.
Council tax?
Yeah.
Oh, I see, sir. Sir, I'm not sure if this is the right department. Why don't I put you through to my manager and see if he could help you?
Okay.
Just hold on.
Can I ask you, are you going to transfer me to somebody else, or are you going to appear back on the line?
Yes, sir. To my manager. Yes,
to
sir.
your manager.
Hold on. Thank you.
Okay. So I shouldn't hear your voice coming back. I'm pretty sure this is the same dude who called me the first time.
Good evening, sir. This is William. How can I help you today?
No. Why are you... You told me, you promised me that you were going to transfer me to your manager. I asked you specifically, am I going to be talking to you in a minute? And you said, no, I'll pass you on to a manager. Why are you doing this?
I am the manager, sir. William.
So you're William. So your name's not William, Charles, or Gordon?
No, sir. This is William.
You've got the same voice. You're not even changing your voice.
Sir, this is William. How can I help you today?
Right. You told me that you were going to transfer me to somebody else because I needed help with my council tax. And what you're doing is you're just pretending to be these people. Why are you doing this?
Sir, I'm not doing anything. This is William. I want to help you. How can I help you?
Well, can you talk to me about my council tax then, William?
Council tax. I see, sir. I think it'll be best if I put you through to my manager.
Oh, right,
Hold
okay.
on for a second, sir.
You're going to put me through to your manager, are you? I wonder, who's the manager going to be? I reckon the manager's going to be you. I know it's going to be him. He called me.
Good evening, sir. This is Harry.
Hello, Harry.
How can I help you today?
So is it not Harry? It's not William? It's Charles? It's not Gordon? What is your name? I don't understand why you're doing this to me. How did you get in contact with me? And why are you
This is
doing
Harry.
like this? What?
This is Harry, sir. How can I help
Your
you
name's
today?
not Harry. I know your name's not Harry. Why can't you tell me what your real name is?
You want to know my real name?
Yes, I want to know who I'm talking to and who's fobbing me off.
My real name is Chitranshu Adideva Mahajan. And my real name means an excellent beam of light.
Oh, okay.
What's your real name?
My real name is Johnny Good.
Johnny Good. That's a nice name.
Yeah, my parents say goodbye name, goodbye nature. Do your parents say excellent beam of light by name, excellent beam of light by nature?
Sure. Did you manage to sort out your council tax then, Johnny?
I think it's resolved. I'll probably call back after Christmas.
Okay.
And she wants some time, she's taking over. Every day is her empire. You know she's not just a girl. Now she ain't ordinary, she's a hero. Your smiling don't ever change.
It's 7:51 here at the Lonely Whale. This is Gil Goldie Skipper for LNLY Radio, broadcasting on the longest wave. We've got some reports coming in today, Finn, of very busy phone lines across the ocean.
Ooh, who are they calling, Goldie?
I don't know, Finn, but it seems our listeners are very keen to make lots and lots of calls today.
And speaking of calls, we believe the Lonely Whale will be calling out to one of our listeners very shortly to take them on a very special journey.
Ooh, how exciting, Finn. The tension is crilling me.
But just while the Lonely Whale is choosing this special someone, here's a little ditty I found when I rang Virgin Media yesterday to try and fix my Wi-Fi. It's still broken, Goldie.
Classic Virgin Media.
Here at LNLY Radio, everything is efficient, official and sophisticated.
Here in the blowhole of the whale, everything's very blue, and that's okay. Are you a fan of blues music, Finn?
I can't say I am, Goldie. I'm in the mood for something very medium.
Ooh, as medium as the middle of the ocean, as medium as being on hold.
As medium as being safe and welcome here at LNLY Radio, where we are always ready to receive you.
It's just another day here at LNLY Radio, and I think the Lonely Whale is ready to take someone on a journey, Finn.
That's right, Goldie. The Lonely Whale is calling out a number, and that number is 07477 645 840. Caller number 07477 645 840. The Whale has made a special exception just for you. Shortly, you will be prompted to unmute. If you are calling via telephone, then you can unmute by pressing *6. If you are joining us by Zoom, feel free to turn on your screen and press the unmute button. This is Whale to 07477 645 840. Can you hear us? Hello, can you hear us? It appears we are experiencing
Hello,
some...
yeah, sorry.
Oh, hello there. How are you this fine evening, sir?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Thank you, I'm doing very well. Tell me, sir, what's your name?
Liam.
Very nice to meet you, Liam. This is Finn Marlin at LNLY Radio. And can I ask you another question? Is this the longest you've ever been on hold?
No, I don't think so. I've been on hold for longer.
Now, Liam, the Whale has given you a very special opportunity to go on a very special journey with us. Would you like to accept this offer?
Yeah, sure.
Excellent. We hope you have a whale of a time, and to take you down to the tail of the whale, here's Johnny with us on the line. Hello, Johnny.
Hello, Finn. Ready to go? Hi, Liam. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hi.
Hello, Liam. My name's Johnny. I'm calling from the tail of the whale. Now, before we get you started on your journey deeper down into the whale's tail, I do need to ask you a couple of quick questions. So, firstly, do you have a favourite cereal, Liam?
Cheerios.
Cheerios, amazing. Secondly, what is your favourite animal, if you had to pick one?
Capybara.
A capybara, okay. And if you were to have a pet capybara, what would you call it?
Phil.
Phil, okay, amazing. Do you have a favourite colour, Liam?
Dark blue.
Dark blue, okay, amazing. And finally, what is your favourite hobby or something that you're interested in?
Baking.
Baking, fantastic stuff. Thank you very much for your patience, Liam. When I transfer you to my colleague deeper in the whale's tail, if you could please remember to keep your screen off and your microphone on, as you will be speaking with my colleague when you're on your journey. I'm just going to transfer you over to Dan now.
Okay, great, thank you.
Welcome, Liam. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hi.
Glorious. Our tale begins here. You open your eyes and you're looking down a long corridor that disappears into shadow. It is lit by torches on either side. It is cold. It is dark. And you can hear faint dripping. Two thoughts enter your mind. I need to run. I need to get out of here. Wherever here is, I need to get out of here. Or I need to hide. There's something about this place I don't like. I need to hide. What do you choose to do, Liam?
I will hide.
You push yourself up against the wall into the shadows, and the dripping gets louder. You hear thick, black liquid drip from the ceiling and start seeping from the walls in front of you. It starts to pool on the floor, and from it a form appears, pushing out of the pool. It looks like a shark, but the two eyes are deep, burning embers, red, and start thrashing around, and then come to a stop looking at you in the shadows. Two thoughts enter your mind. I need to run. I need to run as far away from that as I can. I need to get out of here. The second, I need to wake up. This is a bad dream. I need to wake up. Whatever that thing is, I don't want to be anywhere near it. What would you like to do?
I'll run, please.
You push yourself off the wall and you run as quick as you can. Looking behind you, you see the shark darting towards you. streaming through the air as if it were water itself. Two thoughts enter your mind. I need to fight, I need to turn, and I need to fight. The second, I need to wake up. It's gaining on me, it's getting quicker and quicker. I can't outrun this thing. I need to wake up. What do you choose?
I'll wake up, please.
You wake up in a cold sweat, with a few heavy breathing and heavy sighs. You realize it was all but a dream. You are in your bedroom, and your eyes slowly clarify to the room as the sun comes through the window. You head downstairs, and as you pass your phone, it lights up, and you see a single notification. As you read it, you smile, as you see that everything is simply normal, and there's nothing wrong in the world. You go into the kitchen, and as you reach for the fridge door, your stomach groans like the long drone of a whale. Two thoughts enter your mind. Oh, cool, blimey, I'm absolutely starving. The second, I'm not that hungry. I'll just have a nibble. Which do you choose?
I'll go with I'm starving, please.
You take the carton of milk from the fridge and the box of Cheerios from the cupboard, and you turn, and you see this vast bowl in front of you on the table. You fill it up to the brim, and you dig in. After eating as many Cheerios as you can and filling all Cheerios out, you head upstairs. You notice above your laptop there's a post-it note that reminds you need to call Student Finance again for the 4th time in a week. You pick up the phone, dial in the numbers, and you wait. You continue to wait for half an hour, and two thoughts enter your mind at the end of the wait. Oh, come on. I can't do this all day. I can't sit here waiting and waiting and waiting. I need to hang up. I've got things to do. I've got places to be. The second, I'll stay on the line a little longer. Just a little. They'll get through to me at some point, surely. Which do you choose?
I'll stay on the line, please.
You stay on the line for a short time longer, and as you do, a voice comes from the other side. Hi, is that Will I'm talking to?
No, it's not.
Oh, apologies. Wrong name. Liam, I presume, yes?
Yeah, hi.
Terribly sorry about that. Busy day. I just wanted to let you know that the problem you called with is completely fine. It's completely sorted. Nothing to worry about anymore. Everything's tickety-boo. You can have a great day.
Okay, great, thank you.
Thank you very much. As you put the phone
Thank
down
you, bye.
and relieved that the issue is now resolved, you hear a light tapping on the window. And as you turn, you see a capybara on the window ledge. You see that it has a dark blue collar around its neck, and on the collar there's a name tag that says Phil. You quickly rush out the house, and there Phil is, waiting for you, and he turns and he runs off towards town. As you get to town, Phil continues to the market. As you hit the outskirts of the market, the choruses of various sellers all vying for your attention hits your ears, but Phil continues to one individual stall. You look up and you see various different trays, various different measurements, and all different ingredients for baking. You feel a small tug on your shirt, and you look to your side, and there's a small girl. With a smile, she holds her hand out, and there in her palm is a beautiful small carved wooden whale. She gives it to you, and then takes your hand, leading you through the store and out the back. Phil follows you. As you go out the back of the store, the market seems to melt away, and two sights appear in front of you. The first on your left, a large stage with individuals playing different musical instruments, with a whole crowd in front of them, jumping, laughing, singing and dancing, all having a whale of a time. To the right, you have a beautiful clearing with a stream going straight through it. There are people sat at the stream, calmly relaxing with each other, and it seems relaxed, calm, and peaceful. Two thoughts enter your mind. I want to go and dance with them people and have a lot of fun. The second, I want to chill and be by the stream with those people in the clearing. What do you choose to do?
I'll go to the clearing.
You go over to the clearing, and as you sit down and take the world in and breathe heavily and just relax, Phil sits down next to you and just starts munching on the grass. You enjoy the sound of the stream, and after a short while, there's a figure on the edge of the clearing, in a cloak with a hood, and he beckons you over. Both you and Phil go over, and he turns and leads you to a larger part of the clearing. And as he turns to now face you, he draws back the hood, and as if standing in front of a mirror, you see that it's yourself. In this moment of shock, you hadn't seemed to notice that there's a large whale-shaped helicopter behind him. The figure addresses you. Liam, I understand that you've had a wonderful adventure thus far, but it's not yet over. Please, go to the helicopter, talk to the pilot, and he will tell you what to do. You approach the helicopter, and the pilot sticks his head out the window and calls over to you.
Good evening, Liam. Welcome aboard this beauty, Whale 52. Just hop on in and we'll take you wherever you want to go and do whatever you want to do.
So, Liam, what thoughts enter your mind as you're told you can go wherever you wish and do whatever you want?
I don't know. So get on and go on holiday somewhere.
Where would you like to go?
Tenerife.
Tenerife? You board the helicopter, Phil jumping in as well, and as the rotor blades go quicker and quicker and go a row louder, you soar above the clouds. What takes a short while in your mind, you slowly lower yourself down, and as the clouds dissipate, you see a beautiful beach. As the helicopter lands and the rotors stop, you jump out and you feel the warm sand under your feet. Phil runs over to a coconut and starts to munch on it. And you take some deep breaths as the lapping waves fill your ears and the sea air fills your lungs. And you relax in your lovely time on the beach. This ends your journey, Liam. I hope you enjoyed your adventure. Thank you for calling the Tale of the Whale. Handing you back to Finn and Goldie.
Right, thank you.
Hey Goldie.
What is it then? Go on.
How did the octopus make the whale laugh?
I don't know, Finn. How did the octopus make the whale laugh?
With tentacles. Searching for connection with LNLY Radio.
And that was Sprint with a very funky beat.
Sprint. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time, Goldie.
You're absolutely right there, Finn. And do you want to know why? It's because Sprint doesn't even exist anymore.
Really?
Yeah, it was bought out by T-Mobile, and now T-Mobile is owned by EE.
And the corporate wheel keeps on turning. You might be wondering, what is it all for?
Well, Finn, our callers may not know, but we know that it's our porpoise to serve them up some really good tunes.
I'm trawling through the backlog of music here, Goldie, and there are some bangers.
Oh, there certainly are, Finn. Here's a rhythm I've been hooked on lately, from Comcast.
Thank you for calling Comcast. Currently, all of our customer service representatives are assisting other customers. Please hold so that we may give you the same special attention.
Oh, I love that
bit. You've got good taste, Finn.
You certainly do, Goldie. Goldie, I think the lonely whale is calling out again.
You're right there, Finn. The lonely whale is trying to connect with another one of our listeners. Ooh, who will it be this time?
The lonely whale is calling out another number, and this time that number is 07795 483 214. Soon, the lonely whale will have another special exception just for you. Promptly, you will be given a request to unmute. If you are on a telephone, you can unmute by pressing *6, otherwise the unmute button. If you are calling from using a computer, you can turn on your screen and press the unmute button. This is Whale calling 07795 483 214. Can you hear us, sir or madam? This is Whale to 07795 483 214. Can you hear us? Please say yes. Can you hear us, sir or madam? Apologies, folks, we appear to be having some technical difficulties selecting our caller, so luckily the whale has a contingency plan in mind. This time, the lonely whale is calling out a name, and that name is Sorrel, a Miss Sorrel Allen. Sorrel Allen, if you can hear us, the lonely whale would like to ask you to turn on your screen and unmute if you are using a computer. If you're using a phone, you can unmute by pressing *6.
Hello.
Hello, Sorrel. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Sorrel, how does it feel to still be on hold?
Yeah, it's great.
We're happy to hear that, Sorrel. Now, we understand that this year hasn't been kind to us, and that we are all in need of some very well-needed comfort. The whale would like to offer its services and provide you with some comfort. Would you like to accept the whale's kind offer?
Yes, please.
Excellent. We will connect you through to our colleagues in the whale's blubber.
We're just connecting you now, Sorrel. Best fishes on your journey.
And just a final reminder to turn off your screen and keep your mic turned on, as this is an experience best suited for the telephone.
Welcome, caller. Please say yes if you can hear this message.
Yes.
Thank you for choosing our services today for your personal comforting needs. A member of our dedicated professional comforting team will be with you shortly. In the meantime, please enjoy this interesting science fact. The 52 Hz whale is an individual whale of unidentified species which calls at the very unusual frequency of 52 Hz. This pitch is a much higher frequency than that of other whales. It has been detected regularly in many locations since the late 1980s and appears to be the only individual emitting a whale call at this frequency. It has been described as the world's loneliest whale. Would you like to know how the lonely whale feels? Please say yes or no now.
Yes.
Thank you for enjoying this interesting science fact. Before we can initiate our comforting service, we first need to take a few of your details. First, what is your name?
Sorrel.
Thank you, Sorrel. Is this correct?
Yes.
Thank you, Sorrel. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Working in London.
What would you consider your greatest strengths?
I can make my friends laugh.
Where are you currently?
I'm at home in Wales, in the office.
Thank you for confirming that you're in Siberia. Would you say that you're a team player?
Yes.
How well can you drive a golf cart?
Not that well.
What was the name of your first school?
Randwick.
Which Lithuanian president do you admire the most?
I can't choose.
What is the name of your third cousin twice removed?
Jeremy.
Thank you for confirming that the name of your third cousin twice removed is Siberia. You are here to be comforted. There is pain in the world, and you need comforting. We would like to comfort you. What would you like comforting about today?
That I can't see my friends at the moment.
I want you to imagine you have invented a new color. What do you call it?
Spinkle.
We understand that you are having a problem with being lonely. We have detected that the seriousness level of this problem is pretty large. This is sad. This makes me very sad. Initiating comfort in 3, 2, 1. Imagine yourself on a calm, relaxing beach. The sun is just beginning to dip over the horizon. Small saltwater waves are gently lapping at your feet. The weather is warm, but not like uncomfortably warm. The temperature is approximately 26.3 degrees Celsius. Humidity is around 70, which is surprising for this time of year. I feel sad. You feel calm. You feel very calm. I am lost. Calm with the knowledge that if you had come to this beach on any other day, you would have found the humidity largely uncomfortable, but today it is perfectly adequate. This is very calming for you. There is no technology in sight. You love being disconnected from the world. You have no responsibilities, no emails, no job. Not as in you are unemployed. You are just not at work right now. I feel isolated and alone. Your job stability is comforting for you. Nothing brings you more happiness than knowing that when you go to work tomorrow your job will still be there. Happiness seems to be impossible for me. Your co-workers will still be there. Your boss will still be there, earning more money than you, by working a lot less hard. What color is happiness? Sorrel, what color is happiness?
Orange.
But you are not worried about money. Money does not exist here. Can money buy friends? Can money buy friends, Sorrel?
No.
Can money stop loneliness, Sorrel?
No.
It is just you. I am so lonely. And the waves, and the sun, and the sand, and the sun. You have never seen the sun so big, so bright. It reminds you of your computer at work, except even brighter. It is so unforgettably orange. I am hurting, so calming in its neon splendor. 52 hertz. As the sun sets, it fills the entire horizon. I am crying my lonely song and nobody can hear me. You stand up and move closer to the shore. Can you imagine, Sorrel, crying out into the universe and nobody hearing you? You lift up your hand and extend your arm out towards the setting sun, towards the ocean. Please somebody hear me. It hurts. The loneliness. Please make it stop.
Please make it stop. Please make it stop. Make it stop.
Please somebody hear me.
So alone.
Hello. Sorrel, can you hear me?
Please make it stop.
Sorrel, are you there?
I am so alone.
Are you here with me? Thank you for enjoying this free demo of our esteemed comforting service. If you would like to make a subscription to our services, please press.
Thank you, Sorrel. I hope the whale has made you feel comforted. Welcome, callers, to the heart of the lonely whale.
As we journey from the thick, warm blanket of the whale's blubber, we invite you to enter the lonely whale's heart. Feel the rhythm envelop you as blood pumps in and out of this vessel, keeping the lonely whale alive and afloat. The lonely whale wants to remind you that the heart is the safest space within the lonely whale. A place to confide in one another, share secrets, and be heard without judgment. Within the heart, we have provided you a space to speak from the heart, to be heard but not seen. The lonely whale has been collecting your confessions from 9 to 5 today. We listened to every word you said, every breath you took. Every word meant something to you, and it meant something to us. The lonely whale has absorbed every single one of your confessions and is now pumping them back out all the way into its blubber and across the ocean. Our own little whale song. The lonely whale hopes you enjoy hearing your confessions from earlier today. Listen as your individual sins and secrets come to life alongside the rhythmic beat of the lonely whale's heart.
The lonely whale has been listening all day. And here's what the lonely whale remembers from today.
The lonely whale remembers
That you secretly feed the neighbour's cat.
without them knowing. The lonely whale also remembers
That you feel guilty ignoring your neighbour's request.
naughty,
Message.
guilt.
You also don't enjoy Christmas anymore.
The lonely whale remembers how
You despise the cold, capitalist holiday.
the lonely whale also remembers how
You have a strange affliction with counting,
forwards,
and backwards,
forwards.
and backwards.
The lonely whale remembers how
You struggle to find social cues behind a screen.
really
Faces.
cues. We remember how
Your mum got you kicked out of that restaurant in your hometown.
we remember how
You sometimes forget to check up on people.
and we remember how
You're trying your best to connect with them more.
the lonely whale also remembers how
You loved One Direction.
we also remember
That by now you thought you would be Mrs. Harry Styles.
the lonely whale also remembers
That despite being surrounded by people, you still feel isolated.
lonely.
Human.
And we remember
That within the lonely whale, you will never feel alone.
the lonely whale thanks you all for your honesty today. And to close the conference, we're going to transfer you directly to the whale's laryngeal.
Good evening. We're arriving at the end of the conference. My name is Carl, and I am broadcasting to you from the laryngeal, the home of the Lonely Whale's 52 Hz song. This is where the lonely whale makes its call into the void. The lonely whale knows that times have been tough, and we've all felt untethered and isolated this year. The lonely whale would like to invite you to make a deeper connection. To start with, let's get comfortable. In a moment, you will hear the sounds of the ocean. This is your cue to move and go and find a place that fills you with warmth. A place that you go to when you're in need of comforting. It can be anywhere. As the ocean waves soothe you, the lonely whale would like to invite you to lose the day and start the night. For those of you who are feeling anxious and nervous that the lonely whale will call upon you to action, then be at peace. You will be asked to speak, but as a chorus of whales singing at 52 Hz, allowing the lonely whale to find their pod at last. Now that you are comfortable and relaxed, I want you to think of something that happened today that left you feeling a little deflated. And now, think about something that happened that gave you a sense of accomplishment or happiness. As we listen to the sounds of the Lonely Whale Collective and the sounds of comfort and relaxation, remember that you, unlike the Lonely Whale, are not alone. I want you to stand up. Feel your legs engage and your spine straighten. You are feeling light and energetic, relaxed and comfortable. Make your way to the nearest window. If you need to travel from the room you are currently in to do so, please do this now. Are you there? The Lonely Whale would like to invite you to switch on the brightness on your screen and unmute yourself for the rest of the call. Once you are unmuted, you may switch off your video. If you have telephoned the Lonely Whale today, please know that the Lonely Whale is very happy you have chosen to experience this as it was intended, and invites you to press *6 to unmute your telephone. Although you are unmuted, the Lonely Whale asks that you keep quiet until you are invited to join the song. The Lonely Whale wants you to slowly make your way over to the window. When you arrive there, if the curtains or blinds are closed, please open them. Look out of the window and observe what you can see. Let your eyes roam and take in your surroundings. What catches your eye? The Lonely Whale would like to hear what you can see. I will count back from 3, and when I reach 1, the Lonely Whale invites you to state aloud one thing that you can see from your window. 3, 2, 1.
Postal station.
The Lonely Whale thanks you. You are here separately, but together. A community of lonely whales singing at 52 hertz. I'd like you to find 2 things for me, please. A pen and a piece of paper. Pen, pencil, lipstick. It doesn't matter what you use as long as you are able to draw with it. Once you've found these items, take a seat anywhere you'd like where you are able to draw comfortably. Now look at the piece of paper. It is a body of water. How the water behaves is up to you. Is it calm or is it turbulent? The Lonely Whale would like to invite you to take this moment, and in your body of water, you are a simple version of your own Lonely Whale. What does the Lonely Whale look like to you? Now, I'd like you to walk back over to the window. Place the drawing in the window so the Lonely Whale can see its surroundings. Feel the cold of the glass underneath your hand. Take a moment with your whale looking out at the world. And when I count down from 3 again, I want you to make the sound of the lonely whale as it sounds in your mind, in your heart. You can vocalize, tap on the window, breathe. You can make any sound you think represents your lonely whale. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Finally, fold up the piece of paper with your lonely whale on it, and I want you to go now and place that piece of paper between the pages of a book, in a pocket or a drawer, a place where eventually you will forget about it. One day in the future, you will come across it and think of all the other lonely whales you shared this experience with, living quietly in other people's lives. You will think of the day you sang at 52 hertz and the lonely whale who finally, for an evening, found their pod and felt just a little less lonely. Welcome to the Lonely Whale family. You are the lonely whale.
Good night, Ardy. This was Kiana calling from the Lonely Whale.
Good night, Kiana.
Ardy, thank you for your patience in this matter.
Thank you, Kiana. Good night, Johnny. This was Adi calling from the Lonely Whale.
Good night, Ardy.
Johnny, thank you for your patience in this matter.
Thank you, Ardy. Good night, Carl. This was Johnny calling from the Lonely Whale.
Good night, Johnny.
Carl, thank you for your patience in this matter.
Thank you, Johnny. Good night, Alex. This was Carl calling from the Lonely Whale.
Good night, Carl.
Alex, thank you for your patience in this matter.
Thank you, Carl. Good night, Karis. This was Alex calling from the Lonely Whale.
Good night, Alex.
Karis, thank you for your patience in this matter.
Thank you, Alex. Good night, Joe. This was Karis calling from the Lonely Whale.
Good night, Karis.
Joe, thank you for your patience in this matter.
Thank you, Karis. Good night, Dan. This was Joe calling from the Lonely Whale.
Good night, Joe.
Dan, thank you for your patience in this matter.
Thank you, Joe. Good night, Kiana. This was Dan calling from the Lonely Whale.
Good night, Dan.
Kiana, the Lonely Whale would like to thank you for your patience in this matter.
Thank you, Dan. To keep in touch with the Lonely Whale, you can turn on your screens and leave us a message in the chat. Alternatively, please email us at lonelywhalecompany@gmail.com. Our lines are now closed. Thank you and good night.